I really find sun coming in my room so helpful, and sunlight in general so helpful. Like, there was a phase in my life when I was not doing mentally good, and at that time I was also not being in the sun at all. And then someone suggested me to be in the sun. So since then till now, I use sunlight to boost my optimism, and it does really feel positive to be in the sun. Some book I also read that when you drink water in the sunlight, it's like drinking up positivity, and then when you think optimistic thoughts while drinking the water, it's like you're literally drinking them up. And I do feel that way and do it, so it definitely feels good and healing, and a healing way to start the day. In this season, the sun is like coming in a more softer way in my room, so I really like it in this season. I really like the sun, especially in this season. I usually start my day with getting fresh, doing my skincare, because these days I get up early and I do and immediately after getting up early, I work out like Pilates or yoga. Today I just did yoga, and after that I immediately get fresh. The reason that I have this sort of routine now is because the season is changing, and like during this season, like the fall and the winter season, during this time I find it like really hard to wake up on time. So that's why I'm really strict about waking up on time and moving my body and immediately getting fresh. This whole year has been so transformative for me. I started working on music. Finally, I started making music, which is something I wanted to do since 5 years. When people tell you like literally follow your passion, you should know that it's definitely not an easy thing to do, and it does take time. So like, do it on your own pace, but do it on your own pace is important, but what's more important is to do it really. So that's why I'm really glad that the whole hardworking transformation finally helped me do things that I really wanted to do. I usually tie my hair up when I do my skincare, but I don't I really feel awkward tying my hair up on camera, so this is the only exception for filming. This is the Laneige moisturizer. Now that the season is changing, I need a moisturizer. Otherwise, I didn't really use moisturizer for other seasons. This whole year for me has been so much of meaning, since I was transforming, working hard, doing my own thing, and I think that this year for me has gone by really quickly, I don't know, this year really feels like it has gone by so quickly. So I think I even wanted to travel, and I was not able to travel. I look forward to the new season where I do more things that don't really have to have meaning, but just because they are on my mind, so I must do it. Sort of like letting your intrusive thought win, like just being silly. That is something that I'm looking forward to during the season. Also because there's this thing about me where I have to live season to season. Like, I don't live year to year, but I live season to season. The fact that I don't have friends only bothers me when I think about youth, like my youth. It really just bothers me when I think that, oh, I'm in my youth, I'm in my mid 20s now, and why don't I have friends to go out and do stuff, like go to concert and stuff? I think I do have friends who call me out, but I probably don't allow myself to do that stuff. So now that I'm thinking of it, I think everybody, when they think of something, they eventually do it. Even if like they take time, they still eventually do it. I think I will also be eventually doing it. So around this season, every time I start reading new books, and this time I'm going to start reading from my old books. When I like a book, I really read them pretty quickly. So, and these books definitely have helped me see in better perspectives. And this book was really ahead of my expectations. Also, this book, I read this book like 2 years back, but I remember really liking the story, and I really like how Miko always, conveys the story, and literally one of my favorite author. This book was also really good, but since I don't remember the story, I'm going to read it again. Just seeing the cover, I literally want to start reading it right now. It's supposed to be a bit chilly, or at least a bit cooler now, at least in evenings, but I came out and it was really so humid, and I'm just waiting for the new season. I don't know if you've heard my song, but that song was something I was working in the summer season. So it was more like a summer song, and another song that I'm working on is more about winter season. I think writing the song season to season, like this experience felt really good to really live the season that way. I was so excited to come out and do this while drinking matcha, but I literally forgot my book and my pen at home, so I gotta use the tissue now. Coming out on solo dates like these are now so easy for me, but they actually were so much difficult as an introvert person when I actually started going on solo dates like 2 3 years back.
But I must say that this is now like a necessity for me. Every month, I feel like if I didn't go out on a solo date, then it's like I'm not doing okay. I must do that immediately. Also, as somebody who doesn't have friends, it is definitely a must because I am totally an explorer. I like to check out new stuff, go out and all. So I must do that even if I don't have friends. But like if you're in your mid 20s and you think sometimes that you don't have friends, it definitely makes you feel upset and lonely. Get over it pretty quickly though, because the the good part is that I do enjoy my own company, and that is really important to me and also for my healing journey. And it is not like that I am not interested in being friends and stuff. I just haven't gotten the chance to find like minded people. Like sometimes I do find like minded people, but they are not like my hangout friends. They are like just good friends, I know, but I don't have like friends that I meet every day. I don't have that sort of friends. Think that is it many people who don't get to be with their friends every day? Like I don't know, since I don't have friends, I don't have this information, but I feel like not everybody has friends who they meet every day anyway. Or maybe I'm just too much in my comfort zone. You know, like when you are in your healing phase and you start healing, you build up these walls, and then at one point, it is something you just don't get out of. Then the walls are like too high, so you don't let people in and you don't go out either. But there are so many other things. Like I have this quote that when lost, find art. So I always go back to some sort of art and I discover new art, and then I am whole again. Sometimes it's also like you need to figure out what type of company you need. At the same time, you need to have people who bring the best out of you. And it's okay if moving along you're just more focused about yourself. Like, I have been living like this with no friends since I was like 18, because when I was in school, in college, I did have some friends, but after that, I have been all by myself most of the time. I think thinking about it as something that makes you feel lonely and all is sort of distraction, because it's really okay not having friends. You get to evolve so much. And I think for me, the priority is more about learning and evolving. 20s could be definitely to rediscover yourself and get to know yourself. So it's really okay. I got my hair washed today, but the humidity has really messed up with my hair. I've always wanted to film during the sunset, like literally sitting in front of the sunset. I really like the sunset, but I'm always somehow, I've always wanted to. Oh my god, you can literally see the sunset in my frame.